Jasa Brown was born on a snowy day in Atlanta, Georgia to Vernon and Jonas Smith Brown on the 2nd day of February in 1996. Silly and eccentric, she lived as the apple of her parents' eye and an only child until the age of 5 when her younger brother Jaden Brown was born. They are their parents' only children. She is a third-generation college student who enjoys partying with friends, working, and playing video games. A natural-born boss, Jasa has always had a passion for producing and directing. History has always been her academic subject of choice. Originally, she wanted to go to school to be an archaeologist, but she then changed her mind out of concern that she would not earn enough money. A true Aquarius, Jasa is very charismatic and a humanitarian. She could literally talk to a wall. Because of her outgoing personality, she realized that she was perfect for television and film early on in grade school. In elementary school, she was always on a higher reading level than the standard. This led her to occasionally read short stories and poems on the morning announcements. It was evident from an early age that she was not afraid of public speaking. Jasa went on to win several district spelling bees in middle school. It was then that she joined the school choir, winning several medals and certificates in the district honor choir. She also ran track and played volleyball for a few years. High school adolescent years were her peak. She grew more of a passion for singing and eventually joined the Confidence to perform a couple of solos in the school choir. Jasa also hosted the morning news her sophomore year. It was then that she realized she had the personality for mass communications. Jasa graduated from Mary Persons High School of Forsyth, Georgia in 2014. In January of 2014, Jasa was accepted into Savannah State University. She joined the University by the Sea in the fall of the same year. Still hooked on phonics, she minored in English and majored in mass communications with a concentration in multimedia productions. There, she worked some odd jobs to make ends meet and served as a career ambassador for 3 years. Upon graduation in the fall of 2014, Jasa graduated cum laude and earned her bachelor's degree. Her dream was to be America's next Oprah, producing her own television show and owning her own production company and television channel. She also aspired to produce her own horror movie one day. In the summer of 2019, she moved to Norfolk, Virginia, where she worked on production for the local radio station. She worked as a producer and sometimes radio host for 2 years until she was granted the opportunity to live out her dream. Jasa was offered to work for Blumhouse Productions as an assistant producer in May of 2021. She immediately packed her bags and moved to Los Angeles, California. After working her way up in her field, she was able to pitch her long forethought idea for a thriller movie called Hindsight for founder Jason Blum. Hindsight grossed $200,000, finishing first at the box office. Jasa then became an instant success in Hollywood, gaining attention from various film and television production companies. Her untitled biographical film for Sam Cooke grossed $350 million for the following year and won her an Academy Award for Best Director. She also went on to have her own late-night talk show, That's What She Said, which won her an Emmy in 2027. After focusing on her talk show and making guest appearances for the next 10 years, Jasa disappeared from the spotlight to spend more time with her husband and 6 children. She spent her middle-aged years caring for her family and doing humanitarian work and relocated back to Norfolk, Virginia. She became a local legend and founded several liberal arts schools in Virginia and Georgia.